what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Big Things Kentucky. Coach Buell, what's going on with you, man?
What's going on? Have no fear. Big Things Kentucky is here. I'm Coach Buell, my main man, Coach Truck. What's good, Coach? How you been doing?
All right, man. I know we're 2 weeks away from actually starting practice in our area for high school, so we also want to kind of check in. Coach Shaw from Lafayette.
What's happening?
What's going on, Coach?
My guy.
Not much, man. How y'all doing?
All right.
What's going on, Coach?
Not much.
Oh, man. Same old, brother.
Man, Coach, man, it's good to have y'all. We ain't had y'all since the first season. Really got a chance to sit down with you, man. I always one of my favorite guests. Probably my favorite coach in the city, man. I love what you do with the kids there. Kids have utmost respect for you. We love what you do, Coach. Definitely a big fan of yours. And my question is, what's it going to take to get Lafayette back, man? What we need to do to get you back to the ship, Coach? What we got to do?
Well, a lot of things have to fall into place for that to happen. Those 2 years in a row like that, we were just blessed and fortunate to have players, but there were some other things that factored into those two runs. So, you can have a bunch of players, but it takes more than just that. Everything just has to fall in line. And we've been working during the off season trying to figure out what can we do from a coaching standpoint to assist that process.
Now, Coach, I know, talking about your run, during that run, you had like a core of really special players, that really led. I know last year, I think you were kind of really rebuilding a lot of younger players. Has anybody really kind of stepped to that forefront?
Well, everything goes in cycles, and I have a very young group again this year. There's only about 15, 16 seniors.
Man.
Maybe half of them, have more than 3 games experience. So this young group I got coming up, this junior and sophomore classes, I think has some things in it that would assist the process along the way.
Now, how's it been over there with you guys getting ready for? I know you got 2 weeks basically to go before you get started. I'm feeling like the main thing is just keeping everybody healthy, before you really get started. How's that been this season, under these new circumstances?
Well, with all that is going on, the focus has been we can only focus on the things we have control of. And making sure we're doing that. Because if we can do that, we can prepare ourselves to be in a position to be ready to go.
Coach, I know you speak about your young talent, man. I know as a guy over my guy Owen Hellier, who's a senior over for you. I know he plays running back and I think some defense for you. I know that's probably one of the kids you depend on. You got a good little young running back too. We just had broke out yet.
J1.
Yes, sir. Yeah. What do you expect the big things out of him this year?
Oh yeah, I'm expecting big things out of all of them every year.
Yes,
like I said, it's just a matter of things falling in line. Minimizing injuries and just making sure that they can work together. It's, a lot of people think that, having a team and having a group come back, the chemistry is going to be great. That's not necessarily true. You have to grow that every year, no matter who's returning. So just getting them to mesh and bond and understand their roles in this team this year and not focusing on last year because their roles can change. So there's a lot that goes into this. I'm excited every year to do this. It's challenging for me to be able to do that, being able to get them to understand and see the big picture. And every year that big picture, the goal is still the same, but the big picture might change. So I'm excited about what we got going on. I'm excited about what we have. I am not stuck on the last couple of years compared to those 2 runs because those are part of history, which means that we can't change them. So we just got to continue to move forward and focus and be the better version we can be in 2020.
Now, I know you saying, like you said, you got this young group, how did not having spring affect you as far as getting ready for this? I know that's kind of like a real important part of, like you said, gelling and meshing the guys.
It's interesting to see what has happened, even with my group now, with the restrictions that we have and not having that spring. Having a young group, that would have been important. But once again, I just have to put our attentions on the things that we can control. Yeah. And here's an opportunity for us to go out and work out. Let's treat it like practice. Let's treat it like a game. Let's go work and see how hard you can work in this time frame. So we just trying to use our time the best we can, man, and not get caught up on what we don't have, because what we don't have don't make no difference.
I don't think we've seen your final schedule. Have you completed your final schedule for the season yet? What'd you do? Because normally, Coach, hey.
Hold up. Coach Shaw, I hope you ain't had the schedule you had these last 2 or 3 years. Coach, this ain't gonna help you. Yeah, this ain't gonna help with your record. You got to do Mola places. Like, come on, Coach. Come on, that's suicide over there.
Let me say this. You know, my schedule is set. You all know that I am not afraid of anyone. Yeah. And I want my sons. I want my sons to understand that. In order to understand what you have to do to get where you're going, you have to play teams that have already been there or there now. So, because of the restrictions and the modifications to the season, no, my schedule doesn't look like it did last year. And I'm going to take full advantage of this situation.
Because what you said is you don't duck no heat. You say you don't duck no heat. Bring whoever on. I ain't mad at that, Coach.
Nah, I ain't mad at you. And I, you know, you can't live that way. You can't function that way. You know, you got to see where you are, and you can't go play someone that's not as good as you to see where you are. That's not how you gauge what you need to do or what you need to change. So, you know, competition is the key to this thing. And I always want to make sure this program is going to be competitive, whether we have those big time players or not, because a player is a player to me. And it's our job to develop that player and get him to get to where he needs to be, being the best version of himself.
You got a quarterback this year yet, kind of set in stone? Who you got? I know you like to stay close to the vest when it's time to, I ask you who to look forward to. Coach be like, we all gonna do something. You know, I understand, but who you leaning on this year, Coach, that you kind of hoping takes that next?
It's been hard because our spring is an indicator of having that thought in mind already. But because we haven't had that and not been able to see the quarterbacks that we do have in some type of action, it's hard to say right now. You know, we're gonna when they gave us a date of the 24th to start, we're gonna start evaluating then, and have to do that quickly. So, I have a better idea once we out there going through practice the regular way.
Now, saying that, this is something I was wondering, asking the coaches. Did you have this short period of time? What's your plan? How are you game planning for this? You pretty much right now it's just conditioning, no footballs or nothing. You literally got to hit the ground running with these guys to get something together for when the season starts.
Well, I would say this. Out of all the years I've been here, and I think I'm going into 20 or just finished 20, whatever it is. After all the years being here, this has really turned into chess. This ain't checkers anymore. So this is what I'm excited about, because this opportunity, even though with all this negative stuff going on, this opportunity has great value to me. Because now you have to think outside the box. Now you got to be really, really creative. And you also have to keep those things in mind, their safety. So I'm looking forward to it, and we're going to play a little chess.
Coach, man, before we let you go, I got to ask one thing. Can you tell Jed I need 2 jerseys? we need 4 tickets to a Monday night game. We ride together. Me, you, Coach Truck, and one of your sons, we'll ride together. You just set it up for us. I'll put gas in your truck for you. You say the word. We go. But how was that feeling?
Yeah, I was gonna say, how does that make you?
How was that feeling to have a kid drafted?
Well, you know, the expectations of Jed was what happened on draft day. That wasn't a surprise. I'm excited for him to have that opportunity. Yeah. I had that opportunity myself at a young age. He has that opportunity now. I didn't have what he has because I didn't have anyone before me go. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to him to really, really maximize his opportunity. Jed has become a great student of the game, so he's going to play a long time. And the expectations for him is still the same, and he set those same expectations. So I'm excited for him. It felt good. It felt good, you know. But I always tell my kids, don't do something that you're supposed to do. Do something that makes me want to turn a backflip. And what Jed accomplished was what he was supposed to do.
I mean, you very well could have Landon Young in the first round next year, or the first 3 rounds.
He's going to have a shot too. Yeah, he's going to have a shot at it too. And those were the same expectations for him. You know, when this program is all about growth and expansion. This program is not about fast food. Yeah. This program is about life. This program is about foundation and setting a strong one. Because anything can be thrown your way, but if your foundation is strong, you can handle anything that comes your way. So that's what this is about for me. Yes, I want to go out and win state titles and beat everybody up. That's the competitive nature in me, but that's not first. What's first is making sure when my sons graduate out of this program that they can stand on their own 2 feet. That's it. That's all. And the expectation is going to be great men and great leaders and great husbands and great fathers. So that's what this is about for me. I'm excited for Jed. That's great. But Jed is still Jed to me, and he will always be.
I ain't got nothing else, man. We appreciate sitting down with us today, man. We should know for the best of the season. We got to sit down with somebody work on this schedule for you. We got to get you some help in there with that schedule. I don't know what we keep doing, Coach. Get Coach Truck over there because he wants to win every game. He'll get cupcakes out there. He wins.
I don't want to go backwards, and if you play down, you become that, and that's just not what we're about. You know, if I go play a team and we get beat for 6 years straight by 50 points, if I see growth in my team in this program, I continue to do that because that doesn't matter to me. Because really, the only games that matters are the district games and then the playoffs after that. So those games are like that for me. We want to test them and push them to the limit, and that's what that's about. We want to build some mental toughness. That's why the start of my schedule is so difficult because I want to put them under pressure right now, and then we can go back and regroup and reteach if we need to. But there's nothing like that. I came out of a place in Florida, man, in Pensacola in the Panhandle, man. You know, you playing state championship games early in the year, because those teams are so talented. So that didn't break me, so it shouldn't break this.
Well, we know everybody in Florida is good except for Ocala. We ain't no football players in Ocala.
Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me, dog. Don't do that.
They play soccer in Ocala. They basketball players and soccer players in Ocala. They don't play those sports in Ocala.
Well, Coach, man, we appreciate you coming on, giving us some time, man. We wish you the best of luck and hope everybody stays safe, Coach. Good luck on this season, man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, Coach, man.
All right, you too.
Yep. Yes, sir. Hey, Coach, man, great interview with Coach Shaw, but we also got a chance to catch up with my guy, Jake. Jake from State Farm Smith from Paul Lovers Dunbar, starting quarterback, going into his senior season. He had a great season last year, Coach. Got Dunbar to the second round of the playoff. Almost won a district. Here's my guy, Jake. Jake from State Farm.
How's it going, guys?
Hi, man.
There he is, Jake. Jake from State Farm Smith, my guy. What's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Dude, I'm hanging in there. How you guys doing?
All right, man. So y'all getting ready for the season, you know, man. How's things going over there with the Bulldogs, man?
Man, we're excited. I mean, got Coach Stacker coming in. It's a big pickup there. Got a whole bunch of new stuff on the offense, and got a lot of guys coming back, so we're ready to go.
Yeah, man, you speak of Coach Stacker, man. He coached the LCA when he put up big numbers over there. He threw the ball a whole lot. Now, you threw the ball a lot last year. Is your arm ready? And you ready to put these big numbers up? Because he's Coach Stacker, he loves to throw the ball around.
Yes, sir, man. I'm ready to go. He really brings the electricity to the field whenever he's on. You know, he means business when he's on, and I'm excited to get a play under him and learn whatever I can from him.
Now, you had a little over 1,900 yards passing last year, 21 touchdowns. You know, I think it was, 7, 8 interceptions. You know, man, you was on fire for them Bulldogs. Y'all got a lot of wins, man. How you going, you know, what's your goals to get the Bulldogs to the next level this season, Jake?
I mean, we're just going to play every game. You know, we open up with Douglas. I mean, that's going to be fun, and just take it one at a time. I got a lot of faith in everybody on our team, what we can do, and should be a fun season.
Like I said, once again, with Coach Stack, he's an offensive guru. It's been fun picking his brains. And what's his expectations along with your expectations for yourself this year?
He expects the best out of everybody whenever you get on the field. He expects excellence, and if you mess up, you know it. But he's a really high energy guy, and he expects the best. And I think he's kind of transitioned that over to us a little bit. We have a lot more confidence when, you know, working under a guy of that stature. So
now that's what I want to know, man. Jake, you kind of burst on the scene. You literally came from out of nowhere, man. Where you come from, Jake, man? You know, what did you play middle school ball, park and rec? How did Jake become Jake from State Farm Smith?
Well, I played with my under my dad at CKYFL back in Little League in Park and Rec, and then I went over to Beaumont Middle, played there my whole career there in middle school, and that was a blast, man. You know, playing under my dad, it was fun, and then Beaumont was a blast as well. Learned a lot.
Who'd you play for the CKYFL? Who'd you play for?
The Tide.
Okay. So how has it been? You know, Coach, I know Coach Johnson came in and changed the culture and everything, and it's definitely been an upturn since he came on board. So how's it just being around Coach Johnson? I think the word of Coach, I think he does a great job with y'all. How's it being around Coach Johnson?
I think Coach Johnson's just phenomenal, man. Like, he's the best of the best. I couldn't ask for better. He's I think he's done an amazing job with the the situation with what's going on in the world right now and Corona and all that. And I mean, he brings the fire too, just like Coach Stacker. And I'm really happy that we picked him up, you know, when our coach got fired back in I think it was my sophomore season. But couldn't ask for anybody better. He's the man, knows what he's talking about, and he expects the best.
Now, I know you lost most of your receivers from last year, or at least your big play receiver. He graduated. Yeah. So who you looking for, man? And tell us about this line, because I understand most of the line is coming back this year too.
Yeah, man, we got pretty much everybody coming back, man. We lost Jamarcus, and you know that's big when you got a guy that good, you know. I mean, but big thing this year is more sharing the wealth around everybody else. I mean, because that's a guy, you know, Jamarcus is a guy you can just throw the ball to. He can take it 85 yards, you know, anytime. And then we got we got Frank Alunga coming back, Howard Jackson. Picked up a couple new tight ends, Luke Olive and Andrew Jones. We got our whole line back pretty much. Lost Zach Smith, your boy. I know you love Zach Smith, but we got Cole McElroy back. I know you're a big fan of him. And Sterling twins. And I think we got 9 out of 11 coming back on defense. We're loaded. We're ready to go.
Now, I think y'all got a son. What's my man, Cole McIntyre? Is that my boy? My dog Cole, he be doing his thing, man. Tell him Coach Truck said what's up.
Hey, man, I'm telling you what, looking forward to you all in a great season. Man, like Coach said, you burst on the scene, did your thing, man. The sky's the limit for you. Like I said, all you can do is go from here. Any schools reached out to you yet? Any offers yet for you?
Yeah, I received an offer from Mount St. Joe back in May, I think, and then just talking to a bunch of places, trying to figure out what's best. And I'm really excited to, have a decent season and maybe see what's out there for me. But really excited.
Well, man, we wish you the best of luck. Coach, you got anything else for Jake before we let him go, man?
Man, Jake, man, appreciate you coming on with us tonight. We see what you do this year. We need 2,500 out of you, Jake. 2,500. We need 2,500.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I appreciate all you guys do for sports in Lexington, man. All my guys watch it. I think just about everybody does. High school in Lexington. So, I mean, you guys are the best, man. Really appreciate all you do.
All right,
appreciate
Jake.
it, man.
And hopefully I get to pick the Bulldogs a lot more this year. But I don't know if y'all gonna handle my Douglas Broncos though. But after Broncos, I'm riding with y'all, baby. We win and we riding. You feel me?
Man. I was gonna say, man, Coach Truck, you switched up on us a couple times last year. I was expecting some picks out of you in some games.
Yeah, he's pitiful, Jay. He'll let you down like your first girlfriend. Don't let him break your heart. Don't let him do you like that.
I got you.
He don't love nobody. Appreciate you coming on with us.
Hey, you guys are the best. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you.
Thank you.
Guys.
Yep.
And good conversation with old Jake, man. And hopefully, looking like this could be the year of the dog for the Bulldogs, man. Looking for big things out of Coach Johnson and his team.
Tough schedule. They pick up LCA this year. I think LCA is like the second or third game of the season, so that's going to be a good game. The LCA, of course, they got something to prove, so they're going to try to show up. Of course, Dunbar wants to show people they for real now in the city. So, I mean, I'm excited with Dunbar. We said it. I think Coach the curve with this team. I really do. I think he's had the curve. I think we expect them to get better every year, but they took a heck of a jump last year. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. Like you said, when we first met Coach Johnson, you could just see that they gave, like you said, they gave him time. He was going to get the job done. And so far, they've let him do his work, and you can see it's been great results out there at Dunbar.
Coach, man, before we close out, I want to give a shout out to George Baker, the highlight maker, former Paulus Dunbar basketball star. The Paul standout and Georgetown College standout just got hired as the new high school coach at Paris High School. Man, with kind of mixed emotions. A lot of people from Paris wasn't very happy about it because they feel like they had a lot of qualified candidates in the house. So it's always tough when you go outside the community and find somebody else.
Well, like you say, Coach, man, he's got a great resume. Just like we said before, man, give him some time. Let him do what he do, man.
Coach, man, anything else?
It's been a great show, man.
As always, here a living donor. I'm Coach Bew. My man, Coach TB, on assignment. Coach Truck.
Hey.